very good morning to all of you. At the outset, I'm thankful to the organizers for providing me the opportunity to share my views from this platform. In fact, since yesterday, much has been discussed on the issue of globalization. Many of the speakers at the inaugural session and after also have discussed this issue and other concerns in considerable detail. While this is true that we lack many scientific advances in our systems, traditional systems particularly, concerning standardizations, validation, stability studies, etc. At the same time, this is also true that masses across the globe are looking towards our systems for rescue for their health problems. Maybe due to restrictions of regulatory agencies, these systems and their products may not be in place. A large section of population has already started using these drugs and products. Allopathic market seems to be shrinking at a fast pace in the near and distant future. As far as Unani medicine is concerned, we have many things in place. We have certain good teaching and research institutions and certain industries which are GMP compliant and are serving the domestic and international markets quite effectively. Opportunity for Unani system of medicine to expand its base is lying ahead. I have some observations with me to share with this august gathering. It is a well-known fact that traditional systems of medicine have always played an important role in meeting the global healthcare needs. They are continuing to do so even at the present and shall play a major role in the future. In the recent past, if we see the trends, the traditional systems of medicine are gathering increasing recognition around the world. And we are fortunate that we are having the distinction of having 6 recognized systems of medicine in this category. They are Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, naturopathy, homeopathy, and yoga. As we all are aware that Unani medicine is considered to be one of the oldest systems of medicine, having its origin in Greece, and is believed to have been established by the great physician and philosopher Hippocrates. After that, Arabian scholars and physicians under the patronage of Islamic rulers of many Arabian countries played a very important role in developing it. And through Arab world, Egypt and Persia finally traveled to India. We all are well aware that during the British rule, Unani medicine suffered a setback, and its development was somehow hampered due to the withdrawal of governmental support and patronage. But since this system enjoyed faith of and among the masses, it continued to flourish and practiced. And after independence, Unani received boost in the form of government patronage and support through various agencies in the development of Asim system. Some of us are well aware that Unani system of medicine comprises a wide range of therapeutic approaches that include diet, herbs, metals, minerals, precious stones, and of course, very important one, the non-drug therapies. These days, providing healthcare to their people is now a major concern of many countries. Due to the adverse reactions of synthetic and chemical medicines being noted around the world, people are looking towards herbal medicine to come to their rescue and to fulfill their present and future health needs. Since the usage of Unani and other such medicines and growth of herbal industry world over is increasing day by day, governments and regulatory agencies are also somehow coming together and are concerned regarding their safety. As far as the present available infrastructure of Unani system of medicine is concerned, we have almost 263 hospitals, 1028 around dispensaries, more than 48,000 registered practitioners, around 3940 recognized colleges, and almost 323 or 324 manufacturing units. This is the state-wise distribution of statistics as on the Unani system of medicine. This is again the same thing. Government of India has put in place various schemes for promotion, upgradation, and propagation for standardization of Unani medicine. We have certain prioritized areas, for example, pharmacopoeia committee, which is consisting of experts, physicians, scientists, botanists, pharmacognosists, chemists, manufacturers, and experts of medicine. We have Drug Technical Advisory Board constituted for Ayurveda, Unani, and Siddha under the Drug and Cosmetic Act's rule. We have PLIM, a government testing laboratory for standardization and quality control of Ayurveda and Unani drugs. We have TKDL in place, which involves in documentation of the knowledge available in public domain on traditional knowledge from the existing literature related to Ayurveda, Unani, and Siddha. So far, TKDL has included more than 1,15,300 formulations of Unani system of medicine. We have quite sufficient budget allocation for Indian system of medicine by the Government of India. And out of this budget, allocated for the 4 central research councils, CCRE was also getting a substantial share. This increasing trend in budget allocation emphasizes the importance of indigenous systems of medicine and its growing popularity among the masses. If we touch the industry overview, we see that herbal medicine has been used in India for centuries and is increasingly being used worldwide during the last few decades. The global pharmaceutical market is increasing day by day, and it was around $900 billion by the year 2009. According to WHO estimates, the demand for medicinal plants is going to rise somewhere around $5 trillion by the year 2050. We are well aware that India has 2.4% of world area with 8% of global biodiversity. And the forests of India are estimated to harbor 90% of India's medicinal plants diversity in the wide range of forest types that are with us. We have almost 25,000 effective plant-based formulations. More than 1.5 million practitioners are using the traditional medicines. And it is estimated that in the whole herbal industry, we have almost 7,800 manufacturing units. If one is to describe the Unani sector in India, then classifying it broadly into 4 different categories will present a clear perspective. These categories are the Unani practitioner or a Hakim, who may be institutionally, and some of them are even non-institutionally qualified, taken to this system as a hereditary occupation. We have manufacturing and supplying units. These include both government and non-government and private organizations. We have Unani research institutes, councils, working largely under the patronage of the government. And we have the end user of the Unani product, that is consumer or the patient. There are about more than 27 state-assisted government testing laboratories. As far as the manufacturing units of Unani are concerned, we know that manufacturing Unani drugs is being regulated through Drugs and Cosmetic Act. The pharmacopoeial standards are being finalized in respect of single and compound drugs. There is a permanent Unani pharmacopoeia as well. The manufacturing of Unani medicine is also quite organized these days. And the main institutions involved in the manufacturing process are central government control units, state Unani pharmacies run by state government, and some private organizations. As far as the private manufacturing units are concerned, Hamdard, the Waqf Laboratories, is virtually the largest Unani medicinal product manufacturing company with a market share of as much as 80%. We have state Ayurvedic and Unani pharmacies, around 46. Although Unani as a system of medicine has been practiced in India for centuries, but its growth as an industry has commenced only a few decades back. And there are reasons to that. This was mainly on account of, if you agree, that lack of awareness and initiatives by its practitioners, industry, and even for a long time by the government. We have been non-receptive and reclusive for modern techniques and advancement that has occurred in the modern pharma industry. In recent past, the tradition of preparation of medicines by the Unani practitioners has almost come to an end, and now we are more organized, we are more GMP compliant, and other regulations we are following. We witnessed that Unani and its products are becoming popular with increasing demand world over. And the reason for that is probably the pressure of the people of the respective countries to adopt Unani products or herbal products in general has amounted to many countries now allowing and regularizing sale of these products into their countries. And this has really boosted the globalization process. We are seeing one trend that many of the institutions are also being opened and established in various countries. That also shows that people are showing their interest in Unani system of medicine around the world. For example, we have, in United Kingdom, we have one Mohsin Institute of Tib. We have Avicenna Institute of Tib in Johannesburg. We are going to establish one chair of Unani medicine in the University of Western Cape Town. A number of clinics have come up in the Middle East recently. Certain entities of treatment which are an integral part of Unani medicine, like cupping, leeching, etc., are being practiced vigorously worldwide. We have also seen that trend that in the recent past, many countries and their scholars have shown considerable interest in the Unani system of medicine. Many of the scholars we have been receiving even at Jamia Hamdard University who are very keen to know about the Unani medicine, and many of them are also interested in pursuing the certificate courses or even graduation studies in the system. In the recent past, certain countries like Saudi Arabia, Iran, Kuwait, these are trying to join hands with us for establishing new centers of Unani system of medicine in their respective countries. If we look at the major Unani medicine manufacturers, we have more than 20 Unani manufacturing practitioners, units, which include, to name a few, Hamdard Waqf Laboratories, Davakhana Tibia College, Rex Remedies, Win Pharma, Namath Pharmacy, and all these organizations. We have IMPCL with us, that is Indian Medicine Pharmaceutical Corporation Limited by the Government of India. They are producing certain products. For example, Jawarijai Noos, which is being catered to the masses around the country. If we see the graph of growth of the products in the domestic market, we are seeing since 2003-04 to 2009-10 is inclining. Out of the manufacturing units in the country, if I focus on Hamdard, before that, if I give, there are certain Unani products which have also taken the shape of brands, which are established brands in the country as of now and the globe around. I'll show the slides later. Medicines from almost last 10 decades. And supplying the pharmaceutical products and selling them not only in India but abroad as well. At present, the company is focusing on providing high quality, approximately priced products to its customers and support all these with dedicated customer services, manufacturing Unani, Ayurvedic and allopathic medicines under the guidelines of GMP. Units of Hamdard that manufacture 99% of Hamdard Unani medicines are based in the cities of Ghaziabad and Manesar. Hamdard is producing almost more than 600 formulations for treating a range of ailments and body conditions. It has a pan-Indian distribution network covering almost 0.5 million retail outlets. Its manufacturing strengths include, it is the largest GMP and ISO certified Unani facility with 100% in-house manufacturing to ensure considerations of consistency of quality. There are certain products which are already brands in the market, which includes Lipotab, which is basically a proprietary formulation of time-tested herbs, which is developed on the principles of Unani system of medicine. And it is a medicine which plays an important role in general well-being by increasing HDL or good cholesterol levels in the body. We have Ruafza, everybody of us is well aware of it as a dietary supplement. We have Rogan-e-Badam Shiri, Safi, Sinkara.
You have 2 minutes to conclude.
Sir? 2 minutes. Oh my God. These are the products. In fact, Hamdard is exporting its medicines to various organizations in the country and various countries. For example, we have almost 20 countries where Hamdard is exporting its medicines. In many countries, Hamdard, for example, in 6 countries, Hamdard has almost 25 products which are registered as drugs or synthetic or dietary supplements. I'm sorry, I have positive time. In fact, Unani system of medicine has an edge on other systems. For example, it has diversity and flexibility, it has accessibility, it has affordability, a broad acceptance by a large section of the generic public, and comparatively low cost and growing economic value. While it's true that global health trends are shifting towards herbals, yet pharmaceutical companies which are ultimately going to bring them as future treatment products are asking certain questions as well. For example, they are asking what should be the development strategies for bringing safer drugs for complex multifactorial diseases, how to develop a sustainable herbal drug market, how to handle problems associated with pharmacokinetics and clinical trials of herbals. Can we develop herbals beyond traditional medicine? Whether now or in the future, herbs and combination drugs are converging. Can combination drugs which are herbal in origin shall replace single molecule? These and many other questions require a deeper understanding of the subject matter and, of course, intervention of experts from various systems. Since for a long in India we have certain problem areas, quality guidelines for herbal products were not much focused on, and there are still many small manufacturing units producing herbal products, but without observing any standards in procuring raw material and manufacturing. Many of the Unani manufacturing units are still confined to a few conventional areas like sexual debility, women health, and digestive disorders. Need of the hour is that along with all these, we should focus on certain areas which have emerged in the recent past and are causing much suffering to the masses across the globe. We have certain areas, potential areas where we can provide we can develop our products, be it drugs or be it health supplements or dietary supplements to these particular disorders, which are mostly of them are the lifestyle disorders. We need to strengthen certain areas to achieve this target. We have to improve and strengthen our areas of education, the research, the R&D, the industry, and the medicinal plants. Government of India is, of course, taking care of certain issues. For example, they are mainstreaming Unani and other systems of medicine. They are upgrading the technology of the herbal medicine industry. They are supporting centers of excellence in these systems, and they are coming up with the validation of local health traditions in Unani and such systems. In the recent past, we all have been hearing that there have been reports of negative effects of herbal medicine. They have started appearing in the news. And obviously, reasons for this could be attributed to the less attention paid to the quality assurance and quality control of these drugs. Reports of contamination with heavy metals, pesticides, microbial load, and certain other chemical toxins are discussed quite frequently these days. Responding to these areas of concern, Western countries, mainly USA and Europe, are imposing tough barriers for entry of herbal products into these countries. We need to focus on certain issues. Particularly the Unani medicine industry needs to focus on certain issues. They have to adopt good agricultural practices. They have to adopt good field collection practices, good laboratory practices, good manufacturing practices, good clinical practice, good regulatory practice. And we have to, as yesterday it was discussed in length, the development of SOPs for almost all traditional product developments, for each traditional product development rather. We need to focus on...
Can you conclude, please?
I'm just going to. Updating the technology both in R&D as well as drug manufacturing. We have to standardization of single Unani drugs and compound formulations, particularly the drug dosage forms, stability studies, documentation of our observations. We have to go and take care of quality control. And of course, the most important thing is challenging of contamination with microbes, and which is a matter of great concern, the heavy metals and other chemicals. The industry needs to strengthen R&D. The strong GMP compliant manufacturing units have to be in place. We have to produce the development of cost-effective products. We have to develop a pool of scientists and skilled professionals, and established facilities for clinical trials and development of marketing network as well. As a future strategy, we can focus on, as a first step, that we can develop and introduce Unani health supplements, cosmetics and beauty products which we could take into the markets, particularly USA and Europe. And a second step, we can go for the production and supply of Unani drugs there. And a third step, we can go for opening centers of education, research, and dispensaries in the target countries. With these practices in place, mainly with the rising interest of communities world over, with growing number of settlers of Indian region in the Western world, mainly USA and Europe, which are culturally and socially well acquainted with our products, good quality Unani products will find a due share in the international market. With this hope, I conclude. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Khan.